Good evening all your citizens, welcome back to the City Insider channel. In this video, we'll find out the latest news about Manchester City FC. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update. Pep welcomed Ruben Amorim. Amorim was installed as Manchester United's new head coach last Friday and will take charge of Sporting for the penultimate time this evening, ahead of moving to England next week and starting work at Old Trafford. Amorim, who has signed a deal at United until 2027, will face Guardiola and City again less than a month after taking charge of the Reds for the first time, taking his team to the Etihad Stadium for the first Manchester derby of the Premier League season on December 15th. However, Guardiola, who has welcomed the addition of Amorim to English football, does not believe this evening's clash in the Portuguese capital will mark the beginning of a long-running battle between the pair. Asked if the clash between Sporting and City is the start of an epic battle between the pair, Guardiola told TNT Sports, "I don't think so. From the outside, I don't know him, but from the outside, he looks like a lovely guy. When I see him in the dugout, he behaves much better than me. Honestly, I am really pleased that he is coming to England to play with United. I think both clubs have a lot of respect in the hierarchy. Tonight, City must deal with the emotional aspect that will come with Sporting's final home game of the Amorim era. His final game in charge of the club is away at Braga this coming Sunday. Yes, of course," Guardiola added when asked if it can be hard to play against emotions. "The last game will be emotional for the players, playing in the Champions League against us. It will be tougher in that sense. In the end, it is a football game. 11 vs 11, we are going to try to defend as less as possible and play our game." Man City ready to sell Jack Grealish. The citizens have made a good start to the defence of their Premier League title with Pep Guardiola's side 2 points off leaders Liverpool after they lost 2-1 to Bournemouth over the weekend. Grealish has played a bit-part role, similar to last season, so far for Man City, with the England international starting just for Premier League matches and 6 games in all competitions. And now former Man United and Aston Villa scout Brown insists he's heard that Man City are looking to cash in on Grealish and sign a big-name winger in the summer. Brown told Football Insider, "I'm not sure about Jack Grealish. He's been in and out of the team again this season and he's not a regular feature there. They're happy with what Doku and Savinho bring to the side. I've heard City could look to sign a big-name winger as they feel the squad could be strengthened in that position. That would be for next summer. But then where does Grealish fit in the squad? He'd be facing even fewer starts. I think, if they do sign a new option, they could look to move him out to make space. They might want to make some money back on him. He's on big wages as well, so that would free up some of the budget. I'm sure it's something he'd be open to as well, because he wants to play football. I know Jack from his time at Villa and he's always wanted to play regular games." Man United legend Roy Keane warned Grealish in September that he may lose that sharpness unless he gets more playing time at Man City this season. "Biggest thing for Jack is, I definitely think he needs to play regularly at Man City, and that's obviously difficult. The challenge is there," Keane told ITV Sport. "I think he needs to be sharp. When he's not playing regularly, he does lose that sharpness very quickly. So it's key he gets games at City." Pep provides Erling Haaland injury update. Ahead of Tuesday's Champions League clash with Sporting CP, footage recorded in an open training session saw Haaland limp away from a collision before falling to the ground and clutching his shin in apparent pain. He would go on to complete the session, and Guardiola has now confirmed City fans have nothing to worry about when it comes to Haaland's fitness. "He's fine," Guardiola assured. Adding a touch of sarcasm to his tone, the boss added, "We have to occupy the news for 24 hours. We have to make the news as much as possible. That's the reason why John Stones, Jack Grealish and Ruben Dias have all returned to City's travelling party to face Sporting CP, but the reigning Premier League champions still find themselves facing a whole host of injury issues. Manu Akanji and Nathan Ake are still with problems," he continued. "Kevin De Bruyne is getting better. He's having sessions with less and less pain, so we feel that he feels more comfortable. That is good news for all of us. Kyle Walker, as well, has had problems with his knee since he was with the national team. Jeremy Doku has had a little problem with muscular issues. Savinho is getting better with his ankle. The rest are fine." Manchester City stealing £51 million Liverpool target. The Reds look to be on track to sign the Real Sociedad midfielder in the summer before he rejected any pursuit, opting to remain in Spain. However, he remains a highly rated midfielder and, at 25, a perfect signing in waiting for one of Europe's top clubs. For City, the loss of Ballon d'Or winner Rodri was a bitter blow for their season aspirations, and there are rumours that they could look to fill the void left by his injury by strengthening in January. Of course, it would be a huge blow to Liverpool's title aspirations if they were able to acquire a player at a high quality to fill their problem area, but it would be even worse if they managed to acquire Zubimendi. According to L'Equipe, that is exactly what they have planned. Zubimendi has a release clause of £51 million, and it could be a swift deal for City given Sociedad are struggling in both the League and Europa League. Coincidentally, he replaced Rodri at halftime in the Euro 2024 final and was praised for his performance as Spain eventually went on to take the trophy. If he is to reject them the same way he did Liverpool, then they may chase Torino and Italy midfield Sam Ulreich, who would be a cheaper option. Reports state a figure of around £29 million would be enough, but either signing would surely help City to flourish and be stronger, resulting in a more difficult title challenge and race. Manchester City scouting £20 million Golden Boy nominee. Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester City are among the Premier League's best teams, and there's a good chance the title will be won by one of them this term. And when it comes to the transfer market, all three will be in the picture to sign the best players in the world. Now, we can reveal that the Reds, the Gunners, and the Citizens have all been scouting a Golden Boy nominee who could be available for as little as £20 million. TBR Football can reveal that Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester City have all been checking on the progress of Valencia defender Christian Mosquera. The 20-year-old is already a key part of Valencia's side, having made his debut aged just 17. Mosquera, who also qualifies for Colombia, was part of Spain's squad that won Olympic gold. He is seen as one of the best defensive prospects in La Liga, and it is little surprise he is attracting the attention of some of England's top clubs. We can reveal that Liverpool, Arsenal and Man City have all watched Mosquera this season. But it is not just English interest emanating in Mosquera, as we also understand that Juventus and Bayer Leverkusen have been checking on him. Valencia's youth setup has seen them produce a clutch of highly rated young defenders, as alongside Mosquera, they also have Jarek Gasiorowski and Cesar Torriga all showing up well. In the summer, when Valencia were talking to Atletico Madrid about Mosquera, a price tag of £20 million was mooted, and Losche would be open to a similar deal this January. And that's the end of today's video. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update from my channel.